Hi, welcome back. And if this is your first time on my channel, big warm welcome. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to a simple device that will greatly improve your health and fertility, and it will help you maintain a healthy weight, which is also great for fertility. It's called a glucometer. It's a device that measures your blood glucose levels. Steady blood glucose or blood sugar levels are really important for healthy fertility, and you'll find out why coming up. A big health issue right now in America is diabetes, right? But check this out. Approximately 1 out of 3 Americans are pre-diabetic. What does that mean, and how does it affect your fertility? Good question. And what simple step can you take to ensure you are protecting your health and fertility? Another great question. That's what we'll discuss in this video. Charlene Lincoln, women's health and fertility expert and first-time mommy at 42 using all natural solutions I love sharing with you. Consider subscribing to my channel for more tips on optimizing your fertility, and click the bell to be notified of my next video. Let's imagine your hormonal system as an intricate series of scales. In order for everything to remain in balance, each of these hormones needs to be in balance, never falling outside of an ideal range. When just one of these hormones increases or decreases below that ideal range, each arm of the scale tips in reaction, the entire system falling out of balance. That's why in another video of mine, I emphasize the importance of the thyroid being in balance, as it influences the balance of all other hormones, reminding us that everything in our body is interconnected. Okay, that brings me to blood sugar and insulin. Insulin is one of the hormones vital to the scale system, produced in the pancreas and working to help the body process glucose into energy. When our blood sugar or blood glucose goes up and down throughout the day, insulin is constantly required. Remember that the hormone insulin is produced in the pancreas. When blood sugar spikes, the pancreas works to overcompensate, striving to produce enough insulin. Over time, with continuous spikes of blood sugar, the body can become insulin resistant. What does that mean? Insulin resistance occurs when excess glucose in the blood reduces the ability of the cells to absorb and use blood sugar for energy. Prediabetes is the stage before diabetes, when the blood sugar is elevated over normal healthy levels. Remember what I said? 1 in 3 Americans are pre-diabetic, and you don't have to be obese to have this condition. Our diets with all the processed foods, including gluten-free foods, high stress, sedentary lifestyles, is setting us up for this condition. So back to its effect on fertility. Unfortunately, that influx of insulin throws the entire hormone scale system off, and blood sugars remain high. The excess insulin eventually leads to an increase in testosterone as the body creates homeostasis, and the resulting testosterone can inhibit fertility and completely halt ovulation. Can you see how this makes it very difficult for your body to conceive? Testosterone is not the only hormone affected. There are several others, including FSH, LH. They both cease being emitted at optimal levels, and follicular development is hindered as a result. Estrogen and progesterone fall equally out of balance. When ovulation does occur, egg quality is frequently low, making conception very difficult. If you think this sounds like the pattern related to PCOS, you are correct. High androgen levels and insulin resistance are some of the characteristics of PCOS, and PCOS is one of the most common reasons for infertility. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to use a simple device called a glucometer, which is about 20 bucks. I'll put a link for one I recommend below, and you can use it to keep your blood sugar steady and at a healthy level throughout the day, which will help you maintain good hormone balance, as well as learning what foods work for you and what foods to avoid to supercharge your fertility. I've been loving my glucometer. It keeps me in check on eating healthy by maintaining steady blood sugar throughout the day. What you do is you check your blood sugar right before eating and then 30 to 60 minutes after eating. What our goal is to keep our blood sugar steady before and after eating. It might elevate a little bit, but then we can identify if we need to eat a smaller portion or eliminate a food that raised the blood sugar. Another time I recommend you take your blood sugar is immediately upon waking, before you do anything. Unless, of course, you are charting, hope you are, then of course do that first. An ideal fasting blood glucose level will be between 75 to 100. I've discovered mine is elevated, and at this point I need to investigate what is causing this elevation. A great fertility diet consists of pastured grass-fed meats, plenty of fresh vegetables, coupled with a big leafy green salad. Omit the store-bought salad dressing and make your own olive oil and lemon juice, or look online for healthy dressings free of sugars, gluten, poor quality oils. I'm going to give you functional medicine ranges of ideal blood sugar range levels in the description below. Foods that elevate blood sugar are the same foods that are not great for your fertility. They're sometimes pretty obvious, but monitoring your blood glucose will be a great reality check on how these are affecting you. And if you ever question if you should be eating a certain food, you can often get the answer from checking your blood sugar and noticing how you feel after eating. Do you crash or do you feel great? I ask my fertility clients to eliminate refined foods from their diets. That's refined flour and sugar. And I also ask them to eliminate all processed foods, including all gluten-free processed foods that unfortunately spike blood sugar like crazy. But what about things like potatoes and certain fruits? Listen, they might be okay for you or they might spike your blood sugar. What if you're drinking a smoothie every day that you think is really healthy and it's creating a huge spike in your blood sugar? Then you need to know that and figure out how to make modifications so that it's not messing with your fertility. Are you seeing how important this is? What if that honey in your tea is creating huge spikes in your blood sugar? You will know, and then you can make changes. I discovered a sugar substitute that I've been really enjoying, and it has helped me tremendously in eliminating sugar from my diet. It will not spike your blood sugar at all. It's called monk fruit sweetener, and it doesn't have the bitter aftertaste of, say, something like stevia, and it's great to bake with. Speaking of baking, when I occasionally bake, I only use almond flour and coconut flour, which does not spike blood sugar and will not sabotage your fertility. If you're looking for a fertility diet to follow, I want to share the book Wheat Belly. The diet is similar to paleo, but emphasizes cultivating proper intestinal flora and optimizing vitamin D levels. Both are so important for your fertility. And I also have a free report on restoring your fertility naturally that was written by my beloved fertility coach and mentor. You can find a link in the description below. Lastly, you'll probably only have to monitor your blood sugar for a couple weeks before you start to learn what keeps your blood sugar at a healthy range. And just so you know, that tiny prick of blood you need is completely painless. So let me ask you a question. Is what you are eating and drinking contributing to your fertility issues or turbo boosting your fertility? You'll want to find out, and let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe and click the bell to be notified of my next video.